Hey family, this is your sister Truth Seeker 5000, BKA Dawnb Truth Speaker, getting on here for another episode of Preachers of Lucifer's Agenda, Season 2, Episode number 7. I have titled this, Devils May Cry, for reasons I'm sure you understand if you watch the show this day. I'm going to try to keep it short to try to get this on my Truth Seeker 5000 channel. If not, oh well. The show opens up with Dietrich speaking to his stepfather, lifting him up for raising him and showing appreciation, after he'd done all that research on his biological father and found out how much of a monster he was and how much he is following in his footsteps. I guess it made a more of an appreciation for this father here. And it's really something, because don't you find it funny how this man, Clarence Haddon, raised him all these 40 years, and Dietrich is more like his biological father, and having never even met him. Isn't that's something about those genes, and like I told you guys, educated you guys about the family curse. I mean, he is so much like his biological father. He cannot deny or, put that to rest. I'm pretty sure he done lost a little sleep over that, because he didn't find any good in all of that digging he did. He just found he was exactly like this man. Dietrich, he said that he really appreciate, his stepfather, and his stepfather went into talking about giving him a restoration ceremony, reinstating Dietrich back to preaching at his church. And Dietrich said that he had repented from his sins and is ready to come back. But I was thrown off, because true repentance is turning away from the sin. But what he did was try to legalize the sin, by marrying into it. Marrying your adultery partner while your previous spouse is still alive is not repentance. It's actually digging a hole even further into that sin. But anyway, somebody get him the Bible and get him to sit down and actually read it. Clearly, he doesn't know what's in there. But anyway, next, Maisha and Pastor Cheney speak about preventing getting preggers again. And they talk, and they decided that he's going to get a vasectomy. Now, to me, that scene really seemed fake, because I don't know if it was because it was fake so much, or if they're just fake, but it just really seemed fake. Next, Dietrich and his legalized adultery partner, Dominique, sat in chairs in front of the church, and Dietrich was reinstated. And it appeared that Bishop Clarence blessed their mess in front of the whole congregation. It's just all what it looked like to me. Dietrich, he got up there, he started crocodile crying. I felt that actually this is a picture of how far the church has deteriorated down, to the point where a married preacher of the church, co-pastoring the church with his wife, can cheat on his wife, get another woman pregnant, run scared, leave his wife, and continue having kids with this said adultery partner, then marrying that partner, then bringing them back to the church and getting the union blessed, and the sheeple cheers. Yeah. Also, for those in the know, notice how Dominique was wearing the Illuminati black and white striped dress. Okay, Dominique, and it all in the confessional with all of that thick clown makeup on, talking about after the ceremony she felt really a part of the Haddon family, which was the plot and plan all together. And really, this is, a side note going off script, but I really want to real quick tell you guys how the devil will work. I heard a testimony of how a guy actually, he was a witch doctor, an ex-witch doctor who came to Christ. And he said how the devil will send women to church to seduce the pastor and take him farther and farther into sin. And I believe that was something that happened with Dietrich, with this woman. I believe she was sent straight from the devil to, do this to him, and I say that because, through her own confession, he wasn't sure, if he wanted to be with her or not, even in a relationship. Okay. Think about that for a second. Just let that marinate. Okay, he had been having a moment of wanting to go back and reconcile with his wife. Okay, he just didn't want to face the church, that he left, and the people he didn't, so he opted, especially when she got pregnant again, he opted to just stay in that mess and make his hole bigger. But I truly believe in my spirit that was a situation, not all it being on her, but we open ourselves up, to these things when we choose to run away from our problems instead of deal with them head on, and we try to, as the Bible say, lean to our own understanding and of things and how to fix our own problems. That's what we'll do. We think, because remember the Bible say there's a way that seem right to man but leadeth to death, and this is a prime example of what happens when you, instead of repenting from your sin, you give into it and try to justify it, make sense of it, legalize it, and get further into that. So beware of that, beloveds. If you in a sinful situation, just turn away from it, get out of it. I mean, even if a baby comes out of it, see about reconciling with your partner, and because it's God's will that you work it out, because you took vows before God, till death do you part. Okay, so if ain't neither one of y'all dead, then you need to keep trying to work it out. If that partner don't want to be with you anymore because of that, which I do believe that Demeter would have taken him back. I really do. She's a strong woman, and I believe that she would have said, you know what, we'll work it out. I just lost my mom. I don't want to lose you too. I just believe she was the type of woman that would have worked it out. I believe right now in the marriage that she's in, she done got remarried, and that was unlawful according to the word. I believe that she didn't want to be in that, because in her testimony, she didn't even say that she loved the man. She just said that they knew each other from way back, and then they started dating, and then he told her, I'm gonna marry you, and she was like, whatever. Next thing you know, he asked her father for her hand in marriage, and they got married. She didn't say anything in her testimony from that link I had put down from the other video a couple weeks ago that she loved him. So I think she was just doing it, just to keep up with what Dietrich was doing. But that's how everybody get jacked up, because the sins of, one person, how it could trickle down and affect everybody. So definitely prayers going up. All right, we got to be wise though and know how the devil works. That's why you have to get closer to God, because the Lord, he will tell you, don't do it. And I believe, like I said, that Dietrich did have that point where God was trying to give him another chance, but here come the devil with that other baby. But anyway, I noticed that Dominique lied. She said that she met Dietrich after he left Detroit and moved out to Cali, and she lying. She knew him before, because as a part of she's a part of Dietrich's mentor, Pimp Bishop Jones' church, and that's where he first met her. Period. When he was visiting back and forth there at that church, it was easy for him because he was always on the road. And the fact checkers actually pulled up the other day a Facebook posting that Dietrich's brother Gerald Haddon had posted back in 2009, where Dietrich commented, and then Dominique commented right after. That was in 2009. They even posted receipt proof of that, and plus Demeter told us that when Dietrich left, she then discovered through the grapevine that Dominique was pregnant. So, you can't really hide a thing like that. So they need to stop. When are they going to come into the truth and just lay it all on the line? We know already. So anyway, Dietrich got up there in the pulpit. He started crocodile crying tears. Okay, like the deceiving devil that he is. Notice how he started laughing afterwards. Did you guys pay attention and see that? And then he pulled out his cell phone and started preaching with it to his ear, telling us to call up our haters and tell them thank you for exposing me. No, Dietrich, nobody hated on you, honey. What you were doing in the dark, it just came to light, and you could not run from it, even though you tried really hard to. Now, My thing is, if I had been a part of that congregation, I wouldn't have been up there cheering. Okay, but I would have gave his behind the side eye, because you're getting your chick pregnant, your side chick pregnant, leaving our first lady and us a couple years ago. Now you coming back in here with the adultery family, expecting us to get all excited, talking about restoration. That's not restoration. Restoration would have been when you got her pregnant, you would have manned up and confessed it to your wife, Demeter, then tried to reconcile with her, rather than dug yourself into that deeper hole, making it even bigger, deciding to decorate it and live in it. Okay, now forever. And then you're going to be defensive about it. Okay, you're going to continue to be defensive about it, talking about after the ceremony he feels all of the guilt, all of the shame have been lifted off of me, which tells us that even after he married Dominique, he still does not feel good about it, and that's something, like I said, he's going to have to live with, and he's going to be fighting people off and being sensitive until the cows come home. But next, Bishop Gibson take his niece Erica and her sons to the suit shop to get suited and booted, and he happily tells her that her mom has now been sober for 10 whole months, which is a wondrous feat in my opinion. I mean, that's almost a year. We found out a little later, Sean said it's been 11 months. So yeah, that's almost a year. You guys, that's wonderful. Then here go Erica. She shoots it down, talking all negative. Over there still sulking, talking about, yeah, but the years before that was a long time, with the baby voice, still sulking and acting like a 10-year-old kid, but we're gonna put a pin there right now, because we're gonna come back to that, because I'm feeling some kind of a way like going off, but I'm gonna digress for right now. Just put a pin in it. We'll be back. Next, Dietrich and Cheney, they meet up at the gym, and Dietrich tells him that his biological father actually has 15 kids instead of the 12 kids that he originally thought that his father had when he was joking around calling them the tribe of Judah, because it was 12 of them he thought. Now it's 15. Cheney says, wow, well, I don't want that many, so I'm getting snipped. And Dietrich told him, you could be snipping off the next Obama, he said that he want a lot of kids, so he would not even think about getting snipped. He want that father go, that old Gerald Troop. I guess he want 15 kids like him, huh? Yeah, we see you, Dietrich. He also said that he went to find closure about his father, but that he didn't find it. He didn't find no closure. He didn't find no peace. He didn't find no good sayings or anything about his father. No, what it was, you wanted to hear great things about your father. Okay, but you ended up finding out, just like you said, he's a monster and you're just like him. And it not only disappointed you, but it scared you as well. That's where you ran up in your stepfather's office, throwing out them roses of appreciation early in the show. But next, Maisha takes Pastor Cheney to get snipped, and he was whining and talking about how that's not natural or a godly thing to do. And I noticed Maisha said in another scene that it was God, will for him to get snipped. And y'all killing me softly with all this putting God into something, saying with God, and it's totally contradicting the word. But anyway, next, Dietrich, he's doing a photo shoot and stops to chat with Dominique about their trip to the D recently and what all occurred there. And Dietrich gets to talking about Jay Heslop and that old issue about him feeling judged, and I thought we moved past all that, Then Dietrich broke out and said that Pastor Blue Jay has to apologize to him first, and Dominique threatened to deny him what we assumed to be sexual relations until he apologized to Jay. All right, next, Pastor Cheney getting into the car, seemingly in pain, although I don't believe it. Okay, I don't believe it at all. I believe they just drove up there, they shot the scene there. If he had the procedure done, it would have been proof. I don't believe it, and you shouldn't either, and here's why. We all know that if it was true, they would have shot at least some footage of him in the office getting prepared or getting signed in or something. You know, they gave us absolutely nothing but a drive up and a drive off scene. Okay, they showed us absolutely no receipts, and on top of all of that, he showed up wearing them old tight salmonella pink colored vasectomy tight pants. Okay, what in the world was he thinking? You know, his pants were so tight. I thought that they had gave him the vasectomy itself just with the pants when he tried to sit down in the car in those tight things. Wouldn't you, as a man, if you know you were going to have this kind of procedure, you would have wore jogging pants or something. So anyway, next, and notice how I'm keeping my glasses on because we getting into the part that upset me the most. So I got to keep my glasses on this part because, honey, next scene, we see Sean at home, okay, from recovery. Okay, they threw her actually a party at Erica's house, the Gibson's house, and they threw her a congrats party and a welcome home party, and I was there for her. Okay, it was wonderful. Her mom was there giving love, loving on her and the rest of the fam. You know, they were speaking life and blessings into her. And Erica, you know, she meet her and for the first time in several months. She give her a side hug, you know, and she gave her a fake congrats, you know, with a fake face, looking down noticeably, you know, really down. And I'm just like, wow, you know, she making it all about her and her feelings. You know, I really wanted to snatch and shake her through the TV. Okay. Next, Pastor Gibson goes outside with Sean and Gibson, Erica and Sean. And Erica says that she hates that it's always been about her mother throughout the years, and how even about how even tonight is about her. Erica then proceeds to go on after her mother and says that what did she say? How did she say it, y'all? You can't tell me what to do. And this was when Sean told her that, you know, it's not fair that you pull away from me, you know, at this time, you know, like she needs her. She needs her family. She's out of rehab. She's looking for that support from her family, and especially her baby, you know. And, you know, Erica is being so disrespectful and so selfish. You know, my mother was not a good mother to me either. And she's also was on a drug. But if she went and got help and accepted Christ and trying, and, you know, I would welcome her with open arms. You know, I'm sure that Erica was not the best mom herself to her sons. You know, she said that all she knows how to do is bake chicken. And she been dragging them all around town like stray homeless kittens, living from pillar to post with no real place of their own to lay their head and call home for how long? Living from family to family? Okay, you moved into your uncle's house with your clothes in a bucket and lawn leaf trash bags with your hat in your hand and no job. You know, how have you taught them anything about how to be a responsible adult thus far? Okay, she's living on a family member's help offering right now, getting support with getting, you know, her boy's haircut and new clothes, and you have the nerve and the audacity and the litigated gall to be stiff-necked and forgiving and embracing your mother, who is trying to be right and free from those bondage chains of addictions, which, you know, it wasn't like she wasn't on the drug. You know, she was just not able to be a good mother because she was in bondage. You know, but you're supposed to be not using drugs. And what have you done with your life thus far? That's so much better is my point. So I say, how dare you, Erica? You are out of line. You know, and I want to say kudos to Sean for really handling that situation so well and so much better than me, because I would have channeled Bill Cosby at that point when Bill Cosby told Cleo, look here, I brought you in this world and I take you out of it. Okay. Side note to my future grandchildren. Now, I don't play with your mother. Okay. I'm going to tell you like this. She's 13 right now. So y'all ain't born yet. Okay. But trust and believe. Okay. She is not going to play with you all. Okay. So don't be surprised if she knock your block off for getting fresh at the mouth. Now, I haven't had to do that with her so far with all of the talking back, because I raised her to know better. But she can still get it though if she tries it at 35, if she feeling froggy. Okay, but that don't mean y'all safe from catching any of it for trying to try her. Okay, when your come up time come. So beware. Alright? She Big Mama's daughter. Okay, so she gonna get on you. So stay right. But Sean, I feel that she has been so humble, so transparent, honest, and real from what we have seen of her on the show from the beginning. Even when she admitted that she was still an active drug user and that she needed and wanted help. In my opinion, she owned up to her fall. Okay, it doesn't matter if it takes 3 years or 30 years to get right. When it's God's time and He moves, then it's for us to support and encourage a person, not make it about us and our feelings. Okay, that woman had been held captive by drugs and even by the demonic spirits governing over those drugs. Okay, and Jesus, let me take my glasses off because this is getting serious. Okay, Jesus, He came to set the captives free. That's what He'd do. And that's what I loved about this scene and her coming home party and everything. It's because she looked so good. Okay, she was out of bondage. Okay, how many years did she say? I think she said 38 years she was in bondage. She said that, and God delivered her. That was a miracle. That should have been something that it was a great big celebration. My thing is, Erica, my message to you is keep on living, child, because you have yet to walk a city block in your mother's shoes. Now I'm done, but you need to, in all of your getting, get understanding, honey. Next, because that upset me. Y'all got me. I immediately did this video. Y'all don't know, but I did this video immediately after watching this show. Y'all know usually it take a couple days. Y'all be looking for me in the daytime with a flashlight like Truth Seeker 5000. Where you at with our video and stuff? But that just really upset me. Got my back and stuff in a knot. Need a massage and everything. I need to go to the spa now and get a massage because she didn't upset my spirit. But anyway, next, Dietrich and Pastor Blue Jay met and they sat down to talk about the day when Dietrich went all, in his words, explosive on Pastor Blue Jay. Dietrich told Pastor Jay how he hurt him for seemingly judging him. And he began running this excuse game and started crying these crocodile tears. And Pastor Blue Jay started sipping tea on him. And I was there for that moment. I mean, he was sipping his tea like, you go ahead and cry, I'm gonna sip this tea because I see right through you. Okay, but ultimately, as we know, Pastor Blue Jay ended up putting his morals to the side and on pause, and he apologized. Dietrich apologized, which he should have. But Pastor Jay should not have apologized. He didn't do anything wrong. Okay, he should have pulled actually a Lady Levette on him. Okay, and been like, well, thank you. I accept your apology. One of those. But instead, he caved in. And did you notice Jay's face? Okay, his words were, oh, we're cool. Everything, dap, dap. But his face gave us that Newt incident uneasy fake smile face. Just, yeah, we're good. It was just so evident that he was uncomfortable. I laugh because I'm not a good face giving person either when I'm upset. Okay, my face always gives me away. Every time it gives away my emotion. So what I do is I just go on and say whatever it is that I have to say, and I be done with it. Okay, but Jay, he ended up punking out, okay, because he did not say all that he was geared up to say and discuss with Dietrich, all those things that he said with his wife. Okay, he let Dietrich play the guilt card on him, and then Dietrich gonna say, talking about God ordained his marriage. And I'm like, no, he did not. God would never contradict his word and give you somebody else's wife or husband while that spouse is still alive, because you made a till death do you part covenant with them. Okay, because you was just so in love at that time. Okay, you swear you was in love. You like, Lord, bless this union. We're never going to leave each other. And now you back in front of his face with a Jezebel talking about bless this mess. But no. Anyway, I also believe Dietrich pulled a Loretta on Jay, because he apologized in this episode. But then on the after show the other week, he said that he is who he is, and he does not apologize because he is Dietrich Haddon, and he's not going to change. This episode, he fake crying at the table, Pastor Blue Jay sipping his tea, seeing right through him. So what's the real truth, Dietrich? Get your life, honey, because you're 40 years old still playing these manipulation games, and nobody is falling for it. Okay, but that's it, you guys. Okay, the next episode we find Loretta, Bishop Noel's friends with benefits, birthday is coming up, and she twists his arm to throw her a birthday party. We see Omarosa, who is a self-proclaimed reality TV first villain, is on the show, asking her what she wants from Noel for her birthday, and she says what she wants come in a black velvet box. And Omarosa is like, wow, we assuming she want a ring. Okay, we back on that, girl. Bye. I'm over here frustrated, yelling at the TV like, girl, what is your problem? You see, the man ain't even want to throw you a birthday party. He told you, why should he throw you a birthday party? Okay, much less marry you of his own free will. And it's been 17 years. Give up. I don't understand why people want to put pressure on people and push them into commitments who don't want to be in these commitments with these people, Dominique and Loretta. So yeah, but in closing, you guys, what this episode taught me was to honor my mother and my father, as the word says for us to do. And secondly, to be not deceived, because devils may cry also. Okay, so thanks you guys for watching. Keep Sean and other people who are in addiction bondages lifted up in prayer in Jesus' name. Blessings to you all. Your sister Truth Seeker 5000, BKA Dawnb Truth Speaker, out.